Going here. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Game Jams Saturday Game Jams, or whatever I feel like calling it when I go live. It's great to have everyone here today. Yeah, Iris, how are you? Do you remember when I used to always show up on camera on mute? Those were the best times ever, weren't they? Where I would just start to be like... It was awesome. It was back in the day, like the olden days. I'm happy to report that I got a great night rest last night. Wonderful sleep. I feel very relaxed and engaged. Got lots of energy, and we have a lot of awesome games to play today. So there's 12 games in the title and the queue. Just a moment ago, I linked an invite to the Discord server channel for today's agenda. So if you're curious about any of the games that we played, check that link to join that channel probably immediately, and you should see the list of all the games that were submitted. If there's time at the end of the stream, which I highly doubt there will be, you can submit games in the chat at the end. I'll call for some submissions. But there's so many games that the community has submitted for this week's show that I actually have a fear that a couple of these might be bumped to next week's stream, depending on how involved I get in them. If you've been to any of my other streams, you know that I kind of just play games until, I feel like I've really exhausted my efforts on them. I love Game Jam games so much. So thank you to everybody who did a submission today. You should get a follow from me like this. Boom. And then I'll keep track of some of the stuff that you release as it comes into my email. But don't forget to post those games in the Discord episodes when I post those and create those, usually on Wednesday nights or Wednesday afternoons. Thanks so much for joining. There's a couple of updates. One is that the Jamels are out of control. Everybody's been submitting and contributing to the Jam Unlock Challenge for May's Game Jam. There will be a Game Jam every odd month, usually somewhere probably around the middle of that month. There's also been some communication about, conflicting with other jams and other communities, and I want to take a moment to just really call out Mr. Joshua Mclean. He's an excellent streamer and a wonderful jam host. Really carried the torch through my absence and through, I think your brother had to stop streaming too, and for a really long time, he was like the only game in town for a while as far as like really supporting this really cool culture and community that we've all been able to collaborate and grow together. There might be some times where our streams overlap, and I just want to make a note, like for my jams, and I'm pretty sure for his, but I know for mine, you can multi-jam. There's no reason you can't submit your game to more than one game jam and try to meet those requirements. And my themes are usually really wide open. There's a lot of room for freedom and interpretation, so it really shouldn't pigeonhole you into having to make a hard choice. If that ends up happening at some point, I do apologize in advance, but my schedule and other projects that I have outside of the stream and the community management and all the other things that I'm involved with really only give me a set time where I can really try to be as effective as possible to facilitate those events for everyone. So I'm not too flexible on how I can move those dates, but definitely try to keep me informed so I know and I'm aware of everybody's situation, and bring that up to me, especially in Discord, if you see something that you think maybe there's a way for us to collaborate better. I really appreciate the people who reached out to me to kind of discuss that in private. And I just want to know that it's on my mind, definitely, and I'm always looking for ways that we can collaborate and work better together. I never want a situation where it's under the impression that I'm trying to compete with what Josh is doing or what any other streamer's doing, for that matter, any other streamer that comes on to Twitch to start a channel and try to help game jams in general and get more exposure to the medium. I'm a huge fan, and I really, really admire all the work that he does. So I just want to make that really clear, that I'm here definitely to be more of a help than to be a blocker and any of that kind of stuff. And there's lots of room for us to collaborate together on many things. And also, don't just think of those two jams. When you're doing a game jam game, like when I did Quest for the West, which is my most popular game ever on Itch.io, and it's not the best game I've ever made, I submitted that to 4 jams at once. Like there's a weekend where everything was in line, and I think I hit mini game jam and like 3 other jams at once and weekly game jam, and the theme just stitched together really good. All the themes just really worked for that game, and I was able to multi-jam that and put it out there. I got a lot more plays and a lot more feedback. So I would almost say to try to look at that kind of situation as more of an opportunity than something that's kind of negative. I think it almost could be something that's even more positive, and adding those additional limitations will just kind of make you be more creative in your experience too, possibly. So always do what's ever best for your judgment in the games that you want to make. But that's kind of my 2 cents on that, and I'd like to just kind of put that specific thing to rest. However, if you ever do see anything like that in the future, or any other suggestions that you have on how these communities can work and be more cohesive, I'm always open to suggestions, and feel free to DM me either on Twitter or on Discord for that kind of stuff. All right, so that was like that big moment. The other thing is that I want to just make a small announcement that I've been in contact with Emotive to make the BCI electroencephalograph that I had on my head a couple of streams ago. We've been able to connect through DMs on Twitter. And then we're exchanging some emails. So there might be some stuff in the future. There's nothing that I can really talk more than that about it, but I'll throw it out there that we've actually touched base, and there's potential to see some interesting things in the future with both streams outside of the Saturday Game Jam stream for sure, but maybe some possible more movement on the BCI or brain-computer interface space. I'm really interested in that technology. I take it pretty seriously, even though like a lot of people are like, whoa, Tiger's wearing a brain scanner. It's a new form of input, and it ties into the Unity engine. There's a plugin on GitHub for it, and I find it really exciting and fascinating. I haven't had time to play with it as much as I want to yet, but I have hooked it up and done some pretty cool things in private with it, and I'm really impressed. So just a note on that, look for updates either on Twitter or on Discord. Specifically, there's a channel dedicated to BCI, and if you have any questions about BCI, or you do any research on your own, or you find anything cool, feel free to share that, and we'll start to kind of develop that as like a little side project thing that's pretty fun. Oh, Shadow Knight says Valve is doing stuff with BCI. I didn't even know that. It's definitely moving, and I think that it's a really cool, unique form of input, and it's exciting. Like, how we always use our hands for input for the most part. I mean, some people do facial tracking and voice stuff. Shadow Knight's actually made a game that you control by like talking into the microphone, and it's fully voice controlled, I believe. I played that a couple of years ago, I think. So one thing that I've always been interested in, one thing I'd spend a lot of time when I go to GDC is alt control. I'm a huge fan of alt control. I go to the alt control party. If you're ever at GDC after COVID and you want to try to find me, I'll typically always have the tiger hat on or wear something branded with tigers on it. Like, you should be able to figure out who I am in a crowd pretty easily. And then also, like, if you hang around alt control or the Game Jam area for Train Jam on that other side where all the indie games are at, that's usually, if I'm in the Expo Center, that's where I'm hanging. And then most of the parties I go to, I kind of like follow the alt control scene because I'm really into alt control games. I actually have made a game that uses this Korg keyboard controller to play. I've never released that on itch.io. It's a private project that I show around and set up on projectors and stuff. But it's really fun. Someday I might put it out there. I just don't release it on itch.io because somebody would have to have this specific MIDI controller to play that game, and it's kind of silly. It's more of a game I take around and show. The one last update that I have is that Rain Drinker has done a bomb tile set for Everybody's Spikes, and I'm in the middle of implementing that as well as the characters that he's created for me. I've contracted with Rain Drinker as an artist to work on some projects, and hopefully that collaboration will continue and be awesome. So that's kind of in the pipeline. There's going to be one major update and maybe some bug fixes for Everybody's Spikes, but that project will be pretty much done as soon as I get the rest of the tile set and character animations that Rain Drinker's made incorporated into the game. I then have another project that's not announced yet that I'm working on, and that one's probably going to go in front of some publishers this winter. There's an opportunity that's very realistic that it might head to the Switch as well. And so currently I'm filling in some positions and some contracting opportunities with certain people to try to bring that to fruition this fall, and that way I can have it polished and ready to go. And so a little announcement is that I am looking for Zaysha, who did the 2D character controller for Everybody's Spikes. They did a pull request in GitHub with me while we were in that game jam, and I haven't been able to make contact since that day. It's just, I don't know what else to do, but I'd really like to discuss an opportunity with them possibly in the future for some work. But if I can't, then, I got to move forward. And there's also no reason I couldn't add in somebody else. But really, it's a 2D physics code that I need some help with in the future. And so if you know anybody that loves Unity and loves C#, send them my way so I can review their projects and stuff and get more detail. I think I might have filled it. I'm currently looking at somebody that was sent to me through Discord, and I've been reviewing their work and stuff, but I've been so busy because I also changed day jobs recently. And so I've been really slammed this week, but I feel great, and I've been sleeping like a baby since Wednesday, so it is awesome. Without any further ramblings, we're going to get started and play the Game Jam games. Thanks for letting me go through my updates, though, on kind of where I'm headed, as a creative and streamer here for the Game Jam stuff. And I'm looking forward to our streams. I also have a lot of beverages to drink today in front of the laptop, so all your hydration requests should be fulfilled without issue. When I start to run dry, I'll probably take a break halfway between stream. This is probably going to be like a 7 to 8 hour stream. In my head, I said I'm not going to go past 6 hours because I got a lot of stuff to work on this evening, but there's a lot of games in the queue. So I'm just going to gauge and see how I feel. If I start to fade with my energy level, though, I'm probably not going to push as hard as I did with 7 Day Roguelike because that was pretty extreme. I was getting back into that TigerJ phase. And I should really just learn to bump those to the next week's stream. And that's kind of how it's going to go for a while. If it gets to a spot where I'm bumping so many games and the backlog gets so big, I will do an extra stream sometime throughout the week on an evening at some point, or maybe 2 or 3, depending on how long they are. Maybe they'll be 2 or 3 hours, and I'll stream a couple days in the week just to get through that queue. Because I have that policy where you don't have to be here for your game to get on the stream. As long as you post it in the Discord for that episode, it's in the queue. Even if it doesn't make it on that episode, I'll repost it and I'll seed the next episode with the ones that didn't make it, so it'll have priority too. So it should be super fair. I'm definitely here to try to play every game that gets submitted to me, and right now that's super realistic because I don't have that Jupy level of insanity going on where people are submitting thousands of games. Now, when Ludum Dare starts in April, that policy might go on hold, and I might have to do some sort of timer stuff depending on how many people are submitting and stuff like that, because Ludum Dare can get crazy. I'll probably even make a special channel just for Ludum Dare submissions in Discord, and that way, I might just do some marathon Ludum Dare streams, but I might be streaming LD games for weeks in between the regular Saturday show. This will still run in parallel to that, most likely. Those are the updates. That's kind of what I'm thinking of how I'm going to handle that next month. It's a month away, so everything can change. We're going to get started now. All right, so let me kill Pretzel. We're going to turn down this music, and we're going to get playing some games. I'll review every game that's being played. If you want to know the list or click the links yourself, please visit Discord and check out the channel for today's stream. They're all listed there. I probably won't paste them in chat a whole lot. But if you really want one right away in chat, just type it, and then I'll paste it for you, obviously. All right, so the first game that we're going to play today is A Garden on the Sea, and that is by Fin Trong. And then after that, we're going to hit Shackles of the Stellar Tyrant, and that's by Chow. After that, we're going to play Fight the Gnomepocalypse, and that's by Idvalio Vestrosa, and I guarantee you I will butcher all of your names on this stream, and I don't mean to be rude when I do it, but that's just how I am. I'd give it one attempt, I sound it out, and I move on. After that, we're going to play Splat, and this is by Sharon25. Once that's done, we're going to be checking out Flower Garden, and that's by E1E5EN, which it's probably the letters are numbers are letter thing, but we're moving on. After that, it'll be Robot Rescue. That's by Lilu Cormick. Also, check out Lilu Cormick's Twitch stream, Purple Cable, I believe. There's probably a link for that in Discord for the Go Live section if you check that out. Lilu's also the moderator of this community in Discord, one of the moderators. Very, very respectful to her. She's really, really good. They also, Lilu, Rain Drinker, and I believe Mr. Joshua Mclean, if I have it right, released a game on Steam while I was away, and I took my break, I believe. And I'm going to highlight that probably next week or so, because I think just yesterday I started to highlight a new game that's going to be out on Steam in a year, but the page is up now and you can wishlist it and follow it. And that's by Draz Ray Jacobs, who's been a long-time community member of mine since I first started back to streaming on Twitch, I think in 2018. So really, really awesome to see the growth and progress, and then also to see like games start to come up on Steam from members of the communities themselves. And Lilu's members of Mr. Joshua Mclean's community also. So there's lots of overlap in between all of our communities, and it's really amazing to just see how things are moving forward for everybody. It's a very exciting time to be involved with each and every one of us. Sharon25 says, I like a lot when English-speaking people say my name. Okay, good. I'm happy. I'm an English-speaking person, so that works out. That is my native language. I speak a little bit of German, and during COVID, I really crunched on some Japanese. I'm really proud of that. I'm not so good that I'm going to do it on Twitch or do it on camera. In fact, I actually said that this was katakana, hiragana, because of the way that it looked on my T-belt, and I was wrong. That's actually not. It's hiragana, that's an M. I totally messed that up. So I need to be careful and only talk about what I actually know. But I can tell you that's the symbol for T. That's Ocha. So, I know that for a fact, because I was one of the most exciting moments when I got to that spot, and I was like, I know that symbol. I see that symbol. I love that symbol. All right, after Robot Rocket Rescue, we're going to play Out of Power, a game by Mr. Bundles. Mr. Bundles! I like that name. It's pretty cool. This looks pretty dope, too. It has a very cool aesthetic. I really like the graphical style here. Very, very neat. After that, we're going to play Oregano Wars. This looks like it was for Godot Wild Jam 31. And this is going to be by White Shampoo. After that, it's The Absent-Minded Chef, and that's by Command 16. Then we're going to try to play Deck Build Arena, and that's by Night Ads. Once that's done, we're going to return to Rogue of the Seven Seas. This has received an update, and it was played on last week's stream. So we have a repeat Game Jam game that's coming back after some changes. Really excited to see how that works out. We should have a fun time playing it. This game really reminded me of two games I love a lot, Age of Booty and Pirates Gold. And I think Pirates Gold is a variant of Sid Meier Pirates. I'm not sure. There's a backstory there somewhere. I'm not going to go on a tangent today and go down that rabbit hole on stream right now. I might when I start to play this game, but I'm not going to do it right now at the beginning. And then the legendary Securus has graced us with a new game called A Super Short Hike. And Securus is a very, very talented designer and artist, makes a lot of amazing Godot games, and has also been a part of this community for years. So really excited to reconnect. He's most likely asleep right now. He's on the other side of the world, but very, very talented dude. I really wanted him to do some art for me recently, but he's too busy. And it's like, come on, man, please. I really need you. He's like, nah, Rain Drinker's got it. Just give it to Rain Drinker. I'm like, fine, whatever. So that's what's up with that. All right, so let's get started here. And we're going to check out A Garden on the Sea. I'm going to take a little sip of, I have too many water cups now. I left my water bottle at the chess tournament last week on Sunday, and now I don't have my big Twitch water bottle, so I poured 350 milliliters into 4 glasses. That's how I'm dealing with it today. Now my whole space is all ruined, so it's ridiculous. Ugh, water up my nose and on my glasses. Very awesome. All right. A Garden on the Sea. Here we go. The one thing that I had this up since the stream started during that 30-minute countdown. And while I'm doing that, I'm usually like literally wolfing down calories as many as I can, so that way I'm not hungry while I stream and I'm trying to overhydrate. But one thing I kept noticing about this, oh my gosh, I just realized it has a whale like for the island. I didn't see that. I've been looking at this thing for like 30 minutes. But like this is an actual whale. Like holy crap, I did not notice that. But I was so into the bloom, and I kept wondering, like, I did a lot of art in high school. I was really focused into fine arts, and then I transitioned that, and I thought I was going to do graphic design, but I didn't do that, and I had socioeconomic situation challenges, so I didn't really get to go to college a whole lot. But the cool thing about this is it has bloom, and something I've noticed over the years is, like, bloom? Like, I love bloom, and I don't know why, and it's really puzzling to me. Like, why do I like bloom so much? Like, why is it so... It's just such a cool effect, but it really hasn't experienced, like, an effect on me. There's an old talk from Vlambeer on YouTube where they talk about game feel a lot, and how to add game feel to your game. It's a classic one. It's got tons and tons of views. It's from Nordic Jam, I think, or something like that. And in that talk, I mean, a lot of people have watched that talk for sure. there's like, you know, leave bodies on the ground, add camera shake, you know, don't remove deaths, just let them be there because computers can totally handle like thousands of deaths nowadays. It goes on and on and on and on and on about how to add game feel to your game and really polish and dial in that polish meter for your submissions. I don't know if it talks about bloom at all because I think it might have predated a lot of like the renderings that were going on at the time. But then bloom became this like kind of industry trend, but it's more than that. It like adds a feeling. It definitely enhances game feel. And it's not, you know, it's not used everywhere for good reason. But then there's sometimes with like a scene like this, that bloom just pops. I didn't even notice the whale though. I can't believe that. Look at the whale's eye. Like, come on, Tiger, seriously. All right, let's check out this game. This is a garden on the sea. It tells the journey of Elliot and Lori to find a new home, dive, explore, and tend to your garden, and uncover a story of fear, of growing up, and being in the middle of the ocean. A game made for Great Spring Game Jam 2021 in 3 weeks. Recommended playing full screen. All right, so Waz is going to give you our movement keys. Space is going to give us our jump. We're going to use E to interact, and J to dash. J's going to be pretty far away. I'll probably have to use 2 hands. Use my J key there. Awesome, there's a downloadable. That is sweet. Love it. And we downloading it. Bam. And now we're going to extract all. Yeah, extract all. Yeah. Boom. All right. Bam. Great Spring Game Jam 2021. More info. Run anyway. Let's see if we got some sound. If not, we'll throw some pretzel on, do some ambience. Oh, we got sound. Let me turn this up a little bit. Let's do this up. This whale's talking to me too. 3 weeks, man. This has got some polish. It's been a while since we have to leave home. That's what the whale says. All right. That's what I say. Are you okay? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Want to talk about it? Nah, I think I'm fine. I just, you know, thinking about all the stuff that happened. I know it doesn't matter anymore, but I still just want to forget about it. I want to move on, I guess. It's really okay. Don't worry too much about it if you can. I'm trying to like do like a whale voice, like woo 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 woo. Maybe that's like what the whale actually sounds like, and then this is subtitled. It's really okay. Don't worry too much about it if you can. These kind of things take time. I know that, unfortunately, but I still just feel like shit. I know. It's spring now, and I have this crazy idea. I really want to grow a garden. Right here, in the middle of nowhere ocean, on your back. Does it matter that I never plant anything in my life? Does it matter that again, we're in the middle of freaking sea? Probably a whole lot. But do I care? Heck no. But you know, I want to learn about gardening too. Well, maybe it's not so crazy after all. There's a lot of seeds under here. There's plenty of sunlight. And you can even find fresh water. Really? Yeah. I think you should dive down and explore. I'm sure you'll find something. I'll go right now. Explore the sea. Yeah, to the sea. Whoa. Yeah. This is cool. I like this. I'm having like an Echo the Dolphin moment right now. I got a mysterious sea. Echo the Dolphin is a game that ooh, a secret track. And I got a sea. I just jumped up in the air for like hours as a kid when I played Echo the Dolphin. Like, that's all I needed. I just needed a dolphin simulator. Like, that's all I wanted. I was like, yeah, to the moon. All right, well, what's up? Let's do this. I'll go this way. I guess you don't like me trying to climb up your butt. All right, can I get back on you? I'm pushing interact. All right, maybe I need to explore more oceans. It looks like I can go over to the right here. Nope. Make sure I'm not missing a control here in a second. Boom. Here. I want to go up back on your belly and plant the seed I found, bro. All right, I'm gonna check controls really quick. Boom. A garden on the seed. Nope, that's it. All right. I'm stuck. Let's see. I'm gonna spam interact and walk around this whale. Zoom it over to the left. Oh. Something happened? Nope, he's up against the wall. Oh boy. What do we do? Where do we continue? I have all the items. Let's be patient. Maybe the whale just needs a moment. Hey. Well, I got a secret tape. Ooh, oh. Maybe I can jump. Oh, there it is. That's the trick. All right, so if you do play this game, here's how you do it. You're up in the water. You get near the whale's butt. Look, I can't even walk anymore. Jump. Super not that hard, for sure. I probably made that way harder than it was supposed to be. I'm going to plant a seed now. Lori. Is Lori the plant or the whale? Probably the whale. How's the garden? It's growing, I guess. What's wrong? Nothing. I just did not see this coming. When I found and planted that seed, I just want to do something pointless and stupid. Then I see it pop out of the ground. I felt it really excited and happy. And that terrified me. Why do you feel like that? You know, I'm a weird kid. I guess I'm really afraid of being happy. I think at the end of that path is just unbearable pain. And I don't think I can handle it again. Well, what makes you happy, Ellie? A lot of things used to. But now, and I know it's kind of weird, I remember when I can still listen to my music. I can just close my eyes. There's no past, there's no future, I'm nowhere, and I'm nobody. And not a thing in the world matters anymore. There's just me, and that makes me genuinely happy. Is that scary to you? I guess not really. You know, that's the thing with happiness. Sometimes we forget to enjoy it. But it's not really all that easy. And I know how hard it is for you too. We can only try our best. And that's enough. This is a deep game. Everything's gonna be okay. And even if it's not, I'm gonna be here with you. Don't worry about it. Now go get some sleep. Go to sleep. Yeah, go to sleep time. Ah, here's the sleepy button. And on that note, I'll open an energy drink. Oh yeah. I never do what I'm told. Okay. The tree is growing. That's great news! I really want to make it grow more. Is there any way? It needs nutrient. I think you can find some underwater. Really? I'm going right now. Remember to check your pouch and the tree before you leave. Will do. Thank you so much for the tip. Here's my tree, my inventory pouch. Check this out. This is my mixtape up over here. Yeah. I want to nurture this tree up. All right. Very cool. All right, here we go. We're going to jump off of our whale's head. Later, whale, bro. Gotta go. Yeah. 1 crystallized water. 2 crystallized water. 3 crystallized water. Let's do some dashing here. Yeah, another secret track. Yeah. I'm gonna have so much crystallized water. I'll make this tree a freaking giant tree. This tree's gonna be like an ent. It's gonna have an ent mood. It's gonna be ripping down towers. It's gonna be saving movies like Lord of the Rings and other movies where trees are very important that I can't think of right now, but trees are very cool. All right, jump up here, space to jump. Let's go back to this tree. Crystallized water, I said. So ice? Yep, totally, absolutely. It's really good ice though. It's because it came from below the well, and it was yellow. Don't eat the yellow crystallized water from the ocean under the well, folks. I'm just throwing that out there. That's like eating the yellow snow. Look at this. Look at all that water. I wonder if there was 10 and I missed one. All right, let's nurture. Yeah. All the way up. Yeah. Let's talk to Lori. Yo, Lori, what's up? Hey, Lori. Yeah. I'm scared. What are you afraid of? I'm scared that someday I can't handle everything anymore. I wish I could just stop time and be still forever. I wish I didn't have to grow up. But every time I see the tree grow, I know I have to. Well, growing up is kind of sucks, to be honest. Yes, Lori, tell it like it is. Tell it like it is, Lori. Peter Pan with me. But I can tell you that it's worth it. I know it's hard and scary, but someday you'll find something that'll make it all worth it. Everything is gonna be okay. Just have hope and keep going. Okay, I'll trust you. Man, we've got like coming of age stuff going on here too. This is a really, like, this game, wow. I'm getting the feels, y'all. All right, let's go to sleep. As someone who tries to live life like a teenager still, this game's having an impact. It's so big now. I'm so happy. Hee. That's right, Lori. Be happy for us. I want to go find something cool underwater. Maybe it can help me expand. Maybe it can help my garden expand, sorry. Okay, I'll be here. Good luck. Thank you. I like jumping off the head. I'm gonna go off the butt this time. Let's jump off the whale butt. Lori was like, hey, I appreciate you, but from now on, can you just go off the tail like the way you came up? Like, there's a reason you don't jump on my head. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Secretus, how are you? Welcome to the party. We're playing this really cool game where I'm growing a garden on the back of a whale in the ocean. I'm also coming of age. I'm dealing with things like what it means to be happy and like the challenges of having to go through social adjustments in life, like changes through my life rules as a character. I'm growing up and having to deal with those kind of feelings right now. It's a very interesting and this game has a lot of depth, I would say. It's also, what's really cool is the gameplay is very fun. It feels really fun to dash around. It's got really good polish and effects too, like the sound effects when I collect objects. Like the exploration aspect of it is fun, and it feels very low stress. I don't have a timer where I'm going to run out of breath or anything, where the games I typically make for jams are very high stress. I like to do arcade games. Can I just get in here? Looks like there might be a bug. I like to do arcade games that are really like intense for people, like put lots and lots of pressure on the player, bullet hell style. And this is a very awesome, relaxing experience. It might be the underwater nature of it and the soothing music or the exploration part, but I feel like this game, it ties back to my memories of playing Abzu, which is a really fun game that came out a few years ago that I like. That one's sticking out too. All right, let's go up here. We're gonna climb up on the whale butt. Your game's in the queue. It'll probably be last, or I might bump it to next stream depending on time sectors. I'll keep you updated though. And after this stream, I am going to go through and get all the highlights up to date, including this stream's highlights, so everything should be up to date after today. Need 2 explosions everywhere, not a quiet pixel on the screen. Yep, for sure. For sure. Except the one that's in queue, that is. For sure. Alright, let's check this out. Look at this green stuff here I picked up that I didn't read enough. Enchanted crystal. Ooh, that's what's up. Gotta feed the tree. Let's nurture this tree. Can I choose the enchanted crystal? Like, I want to use that. Feed the tree the enchanted crystal now. Yeah. I like it. You made a chill game, no explosions. This is going to be a really cool stream then. Lots of fun stuff. I saw it. It was a short hike, right? Or I might have butchered it. It's in there, though. I've got it on the tab. All right. Here's our whale. Hey, Lori. The whale's name's Lori, by the way, if you haven't picked up on that yet. What's fun is I looked at this screen with this whale on it on the title art for this game for a half an hour, Sekers, and I did not even notice it was a whale. It was like so blended. I was overtaken by the bloom and the beautiful tree, I think. Do you believe that we find a home again? I have to. Why do you have to? I can't fail you, can I? Lori's like my best friend, by the way. I think we both know how hard it is to be somewhere again. I know it's tough for you too. You don't have to be strong for me. Yeah, maybe someday we find a place. Or we'll die here in the middle of nowhere and sink to the bottom of the sea. But I still have you. And I think I'm okay with that. Yeah, me too. It's a sweet game. Let's sit and wait. I hit interact on sit and wait. Maybe I should actually just wait. I'll just drink some energy drink and chill for a minute. Meandering Leaf says aesthetic. Yeah, dude. For sure. Yes. 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 The music, everything fits together really great too. Like, it's very cohesive. Even when you go down to swim, and the game feel of swimming and dashing is just it just feels really succinct. Yeah. The trick, if you're catching the stream and didn't see my discovery, is that to get back on the whale, you need to jump when you get near the whale butt. That's the key thing that tripped me up for a minute in the beginning of the gameplay. It's the only thing that this game has really thrown me for a loop on where I got stuck as a player, was getting back up on top of the whale in the very beginning. Once you figure it out, you know it. You don't forget that for sure. I wonder how long I sit and wait for it. Alright. I'm going down. Oh, it's freezing. Maybe I shouldn't dodge. Oh, it's even got checks in to keep me from being stupid. I love this game. All right, let's sit down. Let's chill. Fine. The end. That was a very great experience. I love it. This was a really fun game, and I like the level of polish on it for the amount of time it spent. I think like 3 weeks or so. It was beautiful. What a great experience it was, and the story, very fun. Like very engaging, and by fun I don't mean like, hey, like it was a great, happy, fun story. I mean like it was fun for me to invest my time into this story. This is put together. I'm ashamed of certain things I've done. Let's just honor the creator and listen to the song. Because this song definitely part of the experience. Every time I count my blessings, I count you first. Every time I count my blessings, I count you first. Every time I count my blessings, I count you first. I'm afraid I might have given up. I'm afraid I'm running low on love. I'm afraid that in the end you're more than I deserve. Every time I count my blessings, I count you first. Every time I count my blessings, I count you first. Every time I count my blessings, I count you first. In this cold and misty world, would you be my little light? Just for atmosphere, I don't need it to see by. I know that you can promise me your whole heart if you're honest, dear, but 51% would be just fine. Every time I count my blessings, I count you first. Every time I count my blessings, I count you first. Every time I count my blessings, I count you first. Oh, every time I count my blessings, I count you first. I'm aware you'll never be enough. There are other things I'm going to want, but underneath the ashes there's a goal that I've unearthed. Every time I count my blessings, I count you first. All right.